Power of God 648 just got wicked. So we first start off with Urich looking at V. And he's wondering, like, is that still Bomb or not? And he says, baby? But he realizes it's not him whatsoever. And we also notice that Gustang realizes pretty much instantly that that's not Bomb anymore either. Gustang could tell by his hand gestures and the flow of his Shinsu. Because they said this man had some of the craziest Shinsu tension ever. And he was just a devious man back then. So he already knew what was up. And this is how you know that V left a lasting impression on Gustang. Because he can tell, he said, that look on his face, oh, he knew instantly. What type of trauma did V give this man? Where Gustang's like, yeah, no, that's not the irregular anymore whatsoever. I ain't gonna lie, the shots that SIU was drawing of V are fire, because he was cooking with this. And Gustang goes on to give him a deep-ass monologue. That's our colleague that was forgotten, the one who was with us from the very beginning. You can hear and see the envy that he has of him. His name was V. At this point in the series, I think V might have more aura than anybody else in the series. That goes for Jihad too, because I ain't gonna lie, seeing these other family heads glaze him in this manner is kind of crazy. But then Gustang was like, but I was there. I saw his body. He was dead. How is he even here right now? Like, I confirmed it, but how is he here? And then they give us this shot right now of V. This, I ain't gonna lie, just gives evil villain vibes. This gives Pain about to destroy Konoha vibes. And I'm here for it because this is tough. And then we get Gustang asking him, how can you be inside his body? And V's like, oh, it's a really long story and I don't really feel like telling all of it right now. But I'm gonna do something else. And he charges one of the craziest Shinsu balls I've seen in the series right now. And unleashes havoc. What the hell is that? He did that so subtly and so quickly. That is insane. Like he wasn't playing. He's about that action. He is about that business. Then we get a shot to Urich. And he steps on the thing and moves the blast out the way. And he was like, give baby back. He does know that Bomb has a name, right? He does have a name. And V's like, I don't know what the hell you want me to give back. And V goes to tell him that this child and this body, it was meant to be like this from the very beginning. This child and this body was meant to seek revenge. And then Urich's like, so you're taking over his body? And V's like, it's not about me taking over the body, man. It's about me being with him. W dad for real, you know what I'm saying? W dad for real. He ain't on that. He's just trying to guide his son for real. His son that he don't necessarily know that his son knew he had. You know what I'm saying? And then V says, this child will get revenge for Arlene along with me because that is our only and most cherished wish. I ain't gonna lie, that's something kind of crazy to say because, Bomb really had no say in the matter. Bomb didn't even know who y'all were. And then right after that, V unleashes another Shinsu-style zero-control technique. And as they're doing it, he's like, I can't even believe that they taught this body the technique I used to use back in the day. And he forms that water dragon and sends that thing right at Tremere after he just put him into a donut hole. Then right after that, we got Gustang activating some of his spells and his techniques, most likely to intercept the attack from getting to Tremere. Because I ain't gonna lie, it was looking real bad for Tremere. It was looking pretty raps. But funny enough, we have our boy Urich coming in and save the day quick enough to come and save Tremere. Which is funny enough to think because he was about to wax both of them in a 2v1 fight. Once Urich gets Tremere's body, then he turns around and punches the water dragon technique. And man, it still doesn't look like Urich is going full power, but he be doing some devastating stuff. And V was like, yo, I thought y'all were here fighting each other to kill each other. Was that not the case? Why are you saving him? Gustang's like, yeah, that's right. I'm going to kill him and the other 10 families as well. And he's like, you will be included too. I'm wondering why he saved them too. Like, is he realizing that he's probably going to need Tremere's help if he's going to take on V later in the future, maybe? V's just like, all right, whatever, nigga. Like, just keep yapping over there. And then V's talking to himself in his head. He's saying, it's pretty complicated right now. I can't take on these two in my current form. But he thinks he can kill Tremere right now in his current state because he's so exhausted from the combat he was doing before. And he doesn't want to leave him alive because he knows that he'll probably come after him and try and kill him once he's regained his strength. And he's also like, yeah, this man gonna tell Zahar and snitch on me as well. I gotta get rid of him right now. But he's saying the only thing that's kind of saving me right now from these two is the fact that they have a connection with the body that I'm currently in. So they're not trying to go all out and kill the body. And he's like, well, since that's the case, I'm finna do something real quick. And he shoots a blast going out that way past, Gustang and them. And he tries to skedaddle and run up out of there. But he wasn't ready for Urk to chase right after him. And he was surprised that Urk was this fast. He don't really know too much about Urk whatsoever like the other 10 family heads. So this is all a new learning curve to him. Then somebody says it's not time yet. And Urk gets hit with that same old spell that we know that a special someone uses. Urk breaks out of it like he did last time. And then Lusik pops up right behind V. V is like, ain't no way, you still out here in these streets? I can't believe that's you. And then Lusik, being the ultimate glazer that he is, he's like, long time no see, master. And he calls him our god. Lusik is the biggest glazer I've ever met in my life. The fact you're gonna call another man your god is crazy. Couldn't be me. And then he goes to say, of course I recognize you. You're the master. Why would I not? And then Lusik basically kind of fills him in on Yurik and says, yo, we kind of got to get out of here. Now is not the time to confront this man. And then V says this. He says, yeah, I kind of agree. Even if I were in my prime, I can't guarantee anything if I were to fight him. But let's wait a moment. And that blast that he shot starts to form. Urk notices it as well. Then V starts doing his thing, starts activating that mug. And a vortex of Shinshu just starts forming in a very rapid and aggressive fashion. And that thing explodes like everywhere. No diddy. Urk kind of gets caught up in it a little bit too. And he's like, damn, I'm kind of reacting too late to this. Lusik is already back to glazing. He was like, you're able to handle that body to that extent already? Then V glazed him back. It's thanks to you that you raised this body well. Let's go now. And then as V is leaving, he was like, Tremere. He says, although it was a brief reunion, it was still very good to see you. And he calls him a dear friend. Is it no hard feelings between this? And he's just kind of got to do what he got to do. And then he starts walking away with Lusik. And he continues to say, he's like, Tremere, don't feel too lonely on the other side of life. And he hits him, I will soon send the rest of your friends there with you. So don't feel too lonely, okay? Oh, what? He's talking his shit. Then as they're leaving and escaping, Urk is just like, what the hell is that? What is going on? What's up with this guy? Because he don't know nothing about V. He don't know who that is whatsoever. Nobody really filled him in. And then V was like, Urk Manzino, I see there is a pretty interesting guy in the tower now. And then the chapter ends. I don't know about y'all, but this chapter was crazy. V came in, he did some damage, he got out, and he's skedaddling. This was an all-time great chapter right now. And I think this is probably like an end of an arc. And it looks like we probably won't be seeing normal Bomb for quite a while since V is in control and leaving everybody else. Yeah, Tower of God is cooking. What did y'all think about the chapter?